Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I have a super exciting video, one that I have been excited to make for a while and finally decided to do it. So one of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to here on YouTube is Geaux Gretchen. I'll have her channel linked in the down bar. I actually got one of my tattoos featured on her last reacting to my subscriber tattoos video, so I'll also have that link down below if you want to check that out. It's so cool. But she does these videos where she creates makeup looks based on album artwork. And I was like, that's a cool idea. I want to do that with some of the people that I like. And so I wanted to start out with the band The Killers. During quarantine, I've recently gotten into their music, and I've been listening to it when I go with my family on road trips, so I figured I would start from the beginning and go all the way through all of their albums and do an eye makeup inspired by it. So that's what this video is. Shout out to Geaux Gretchen for this idea. This was entirely her idea, or at least I think it is. That's who I first saw it from. So all credit for this idea goes to her. I'm not trying to steal from her, I was just wanting to do my own spin on it. Again, I'll have her link down in the down bar. She seems so sweet and a really cool girl, so definitely check her out. And yeah, with that, find out more about how I did this look, what I think of the album, and more. So roll film. Okay, once again, I apologize for this angle and what my hair is doing, but we'll fix this once I get my makeup on. If I look to the left a lot, it's because I have the album pulled up just so I can, like, I have the album in my head, but it's just better to see it right in front of me. So to start out, this is going to be a little hard to do like a full-on wear it wherever look, because the entire album is almost blue and there's hints of like yellow, red, orange colors, but the majority of the album itself is blue. So yeah, I'm going to do my best, but I think I'm going to use the blue colors in my very dirty, sorry about that, Morphe and James Charles palette. With all of the drama and stuff that's been going on, this isn't to endorse James Charles. Like, I'm kind of indifferent toward him. I don't hate him, I don't love him. I just really liked this palette, and I got a gift card from Ulta for my birthday, and I had enough to get this, so that's the only reason. Actually, the main reason was to get this purple shade because I loved it, but I do love all of the colors. So with that, what I'm going to do first is go ahead and prime my eyes and then figure out what I'm going to do. So where is my primer? Here it is. This also isn't the best makeup situation for me, but like I said, with everything going on, my stepdad is actually having to use my desk where I put my makeup on to work from home, so I do my makeup sitting on the floor. So, you know, we make do. It's fine. There's other problems to have, you know. I'm healthy. My whole entire family is healthy. We're doing good. So, you know, like I said, we could have other problems. I'm not going to worry about like wearability outside and just focus on the actual album, because to be honest, if I worried about what people thought of me, I wouldn't do like half the stuff that I do. So it's fine, whatever. Also, hello. Let me also say that Penny is laying on my bed, and so if you see a random cat paw come out, it's my cat. And also, I'm not a professional makeup artist, even though sometimes when I'm out, people ask if I am, which surprises me because I think I do my makeup okay, but not like, you know, beauty guru level. So, you know, don't look for me for expertise. I'm just doing this for fun and because I like the Killers and I wanted to do it. So, yeah. Anyway, with all of that said, so the entire album itself, and I'll try to have it on the screen in case you haven't seen the album, and I will be talking about it once I actually figure out what I'm going to do. So, the album itself, like I said, is blue. So, I think that we're going to do different shades of blue 50 Shades of Blue, not 50 Shades of Gray. So, I think first I'm going to start with a beige color just to like put under my kneaded to waxed eyebrows, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And I'm not going to say what my brushes are because, you know, I see people like, I have the M whatever ever from Morphe, and I'm like, I don't know what the numbers specify. Like I said, I'm not a professional. So once I have that done, I think for my lid I'm going to do this like pale bluey color. I don't know the names of his palette. I know that they were like specified toward him. You are going to fall off the bed. If I think about it, I will try to go on Ulta and find all the colors and like have that at the bottom of the screen as I'm doing this in case you can't see what color I'm pointing to. So yeah, so I'm just going to do that. I guess it'll kind of go. We'll see. Maybe I should do the one on the bottom. I don't know. I can layer over top of it if I need to. So yeah, I'm just putting that on. And while I'm doing this, I guess I will talk about the album. So this is their first album. It came out in the early 2000s. And I will admit, I did not hear it when it first came out. I know when like Mr. Brightside was popular, it was 2004, so I was in 4th grade. And at that point, I couldn't watch Harry Potter because it had magic, and I couldn't watch Hercules. You know, my mom was kind of strict back then onto what I could and couldn't watch. So that also dealt with music. So we listened to more of the Christian stuff as well as 80s music. I grew up with 80s music, so I actually know more of that than modern day. So I didn't hear this album when it first came out, so maybe you can say I'm a poser, but I think that people that aren't really looking forward to their new album, like, I don't know. I think I'm less of a poser because I actually started to like them now, and I like all of their music as opposed to people that just like their music for certain things. I don't know. So yeah, anyway, and I might do a video about me growing up just because I have some really interesting stories. Let's see, I think I will try layering this color. I like how this color turned out. So my favorite songs on the album, the first one that I actually heard from this album was Somebody Told Me, and I remember where I was when I heard this song. It was my freshman year of college, and me and my group, not group of friends, mind you. I need to do my freshman college story for this to make sense, but I was in a community service group, and we had to do outings and stuff as a group together. And on one of those, when we came back, we had the radio and that song was on. And I was like, oh, that's a really good beat. I like that. So I hit Shazam real quick and found out what it was. And I listened to it growing up. So that was actually my first introduction to, well, not really my first introduction, but what I thought was my first introduction. We'll talk about that more in a minute. And then the next song that I heard from them was Mr. Brightside. The first time that I heard, or like actually saw that, was WatchMojo.com had a video that was like top 10 music videos that were inspired by movies, and they didn't have that featured, but at the end of it they were like, is there a music video that we missed? And they showed Mr. Brightside because the music video is actually based kind of on Moulin Rouge, the movie. I think I want to do this darker corner, this kind of like out this way. So that's where I actually saw the music video, but the actual song. So me and my mom one day were randomly flipping through the channels and we saw The Masked Singer, and I'd always been kind of curious about it, so I said, wait, stop here, I want to see what it is. And we watched one episode, and me and my mom heard the Rottweiler, and we were like, that voice sounds familiar. Who is that voice? And then all of a sudden, my mom just like leapt up in her seat and was like, that's Chris Daughtry! Which, he was on, I can't remember what season of American Idol, but me and my mom loved him on there, so much so that when he got voted off, me and my mom vowed we were not going to watch American Idol ever again. And we have kept that promise. So, and he also plays a part into my whole, like, bullying story, kind of, which I will film one of these days, I promise. So, yeah, we were like, that is Chris. That has to be Chris Daughtry. We know it is. It sounds like him. Can't understand why the judges can't see that it's him. Yada, yada, yada. So, we watched the one before the Christmas special. And then, Christmas special came on, and we noticed everybody else was singing Christmas songs. And I was like, I wonder which one Chris just wants to sing. He sings a slowed down version of Mr. Brightside. And I was like, oh yeah, that's that song that, like, on all of these music video charts, people are like, that's a song that gets white people hurt. I was like, that's pretty. I like that. And so, when I went to bed that night, I looked up the original. I was like, that's definitely not the one he sang, but it's cool. And I was like, also, the lead singer's kind of cute. And he is. But, you know, growing up, once I had, like, the rocker thing, I like guys with eyeliners, so that's probably what I thought was cute about it. So, anyway, that was my introduction to Mr. Brightside, and it is one of my favorite songs at this point. And so, when I told my mom that I liked the Killers, and she was like, well, did Chris do a better version than them? I was like, well, it's different, so you can't really say it's better. And I played it for her. She was like, okay. So, anyway, you know, those are two of their, like, biggest known songs, so it's kind of obvious that you talk about those. Let's see. And I will clean this up, I promise. So, let's see. I think what I'm going to do at the bottom, I had like a periwinkle color that kind of looks like that, but I think I'm actually going to try to do like a, bless you, oh, okay, do red and yellow under it, like the red, yellow, orange. I'm going to try. We'll see. I think I'm going to clean this up first. So, as far as the other songs, like, I'm not just saying this because I've recently discovered them, or I just think that the lead singer is good looking. I don't know. She's gonna be wanting out. Do you want out? Alright. Yeah. Watch, in a few minutes she will be knocking that door down. But I'm not just saying this because I just think the lead singer is cute or anything, but literally every one of their songs that I've listened to, I like. There's not one that I'm like, I don't really want to listen to that again. I really like all of them. You know, there's ones that I would probably play more than others, but if it came on the radio, I wouldn't be like, turn that. So, with that being said, I'm doing the bottom. Like I said, I'm going to try to. One of the songs that I really like, and I also love the music video for it, is Smile Like You Mean It. I saw the music video for that, and I was like, I like that. I also like the concept of it. And also, All These Things I've Done, or All These Things I've Done. I watched the music video for that, and I was like, this is kind of giving me Tombstone vibes. And then I saw, like, the theme and everything that they had for Save Sound. I was like, definitely Tombstone vibes. But, yeah. Also, another fun song just to watch Brandon sing is Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. I like watching the live versions of him singing that because it's so funny. And honestly, all of their songs at this point are so good. I like listening to all of them. But yeah, so the first song of theirs that I have the first song of theirs that I'd ever heard, speaking of Samstown, was When You Were Young. And when I first listened to that song, I was like, that sounds familiar. How have I heard that before? And I just randomly decided to look up Guitar Hero, and it was on one of the Guitar Hero games that me and my cousin used to play when I was like in middle school, high school. So I was like, that's when I've heard them. So technically, When You Were Young is my first killer song that I've heard. I think it's cool. Except it's in my contact. You can't really see the orange though, so let me try to go back in with that. But yeah. But honestly, I listened to the entire album before I did this, and I really do like all of the songs. Again, I'm not just saying that to be saying it. I really do like all of them, and eventually, once all of this is done, I would love to see them in concert. Okay, there is eyes done except for eyeliner. You gotta do eyeliner. You have to. So, this is the actual eye look minus eyeliner. I usually do it at the end. So, I'm going to go ahead, get into my face. That sounded weird. So, also, let me preface this by saying I haven't bought new face makeup in a while, and I've recently gotten tan, so my face may look a little bit whiter than the rest of my body, but that's okay. James Charles is a beauty guru, and he hasn't figured out his face shade yet, so I can too. And again, that's not shading him, it's just funny seeing the videos of him trying to get his complexion to match. I need some new stuff anyway. So yeah, that is my review of the album. Like I said, I really do like the songs on it, and I don't like, there's some other songs that I think are better than some of the songs on there, but like I said, that was their first album, so of course they're going to get better as they go along. But I think it really set them up for their sound, if that makes any sense. So while I'm doing this, I will tell you about my journey into rock music in a way, although some of what I might say will be contradicted by what Brandon Flowers has said in the past. But in 8th grade, and again I'll talk about this eventually if I can ever want to put makeup on again to talk about it, but starting from 6th grade, like my entire middle school, I was bullied. And it was like a subtle bully. Like, I'll talk more about it in that video, because I've got like statistics and different types of bullying and everything to talk about in it. But I was bullied, and the administration did absolutely nothing about it, because isn't that green? So that is when I kind of went into an emo phase in a way. Like, I started wearing black nail polish, and I started liking the color black, and you know, kind of like an alternative rocker vibe. And that's when I really wanted to dye my hair and everything. And that is also around that time as when Chris Daughtry's first album came out, called Daughtry. And ironically enough, my dad, when my parents were divorced at that time, and I actually went out to eat with my dad, we were listening to the new album in his truck. So you would think that I wouldn't like the album because my dad like introduced it to me, but nope, it's the opposite. And he knew that I liked Daughtry because they were together when American Idol was on. So he was like, oh, you can borrow it and burn you a copy and then give me the CD back. I did burn a copy, but I gave him the burned copy and I kept the CD. But yeah, I listened to that CD all the time, and so I was like, I'm an alternative girl, I'm rock, look at me. And also that was trying me, like I was still a Christian, but I went to a Christian school, and they kind of, ironically enough, they looked down on stuff like that, but bullying was acceptable as long as it was the rich doing it to the poor. So that was also me as a way of like sticking it to them, being like, I'm different than you. This isn't looking too bad. So Chris introduced me to rock music, and then I heard Fall Out Boy's Thanks for the Memories on the radio, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this song. And it was also different to what stuff I had been allowed to listen to up until that point. So I liked it. And then Adam Lambert's first album came out, and even though like that album isn't really rock by any means, that was when I, besides Johnny Depp like wearing the guy liner, first saw a guy wearing really dark heavy guy liner, and I was like, I like that, that's nice. Because Adam Lambert is purdy, let me tell you. So I was like, yeah, I like that. So basically, any guy that I saw with eyeliner, I instantly had a crush on. So if I had seen the Mr. Brightside music video at that age, I would have liked the band a lot sooner than I did. And then I can't remember how I found Green Day, but they were more like the start of my high school experience. So that just kind of deepened the whole alternative thing. Although, even though I do like their music, I don't really like the band. And I do agree with what Brandon has said about them. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's the lead singer for the Killers. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I think, is finish up my look. So now that I think about it, even if my face were wider, I could use the excuse that the girl in the Mr. Brightside music video's face was really pale, so I was just trying to copy her. So we'll go with that. So the final thing that I'm going to do is lips. And this lip color is actually inspired by the actual writing of the album. It says, you know, the album name Hot Fuss, and this lipstick color that I have looks almost identical to that. It's from Zisa? I don't know how you say that, but it's part of their British Museum collection. So I hope that you enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I can't wait to do the other albums in the future. I will also try to do other albums of other artists that I really like, or like albums that I really like, maybe not necessarily the artists. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If I can feel inspired enough, I will try to do some more videos in the future. It's just been really hard to get inspired with everything that's going on, and my anxiety and depression has been trying to kick in, and I know that's what a lot of people are saying, but I mean, it's true. So yeah, depression problems, anxiety problems. So yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to quit babbling, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.